Okay, guys, how about now? Hey, Kathy, Debbie, Elaine. Hopefully it's working. I'm showing that it is on my side. But I never know with this new. Yay, Elaine can hear me. Yay, yay, yay. Hey, Sheila. Yay. Hey, Louise. Debbie. It's working now. I just don't trust the new YouTube live thing. We had everything worked out where sound was working, and then all of a sudden it wasn't. So, oh, we're right. We're ready then. We just give it a couple more minutes for people to come in. And since I was doing a live tonight, guys, since we have this month Memorial Day, and I was on vacation the first, well, not vacation, just errands really that I had to do out of state the first week, and then the last Monday is going to be Memorial Day. So I know people will be cooking out, so we won't be doing a live. So I'm trying to sneak in a couple of live shows for you guys on different days this month. Yay, it's all working. All right, let's play the intro, guys, and we'll go ahead and get started on this card that we did. Okay, so somebody asked me to do this card, and it was really funny because I have looked at this card off and on for 2 or 3 years, and I'm like, it's an old card, nobody wants to see that. And then somebody asked me about making it. I believe it was Jamie, and I'm like, sure, we can do that. It's a pretty quick, easy layout. So I wanted to show you guys, this is the file, this is my file, and we are cutting this piece brand new because I redid it. And if it doesn't work, then we will change it. These are just squares. I searched window, and this had 3 pieces in it, guys, and it was gray and white and cream colored, but I changed the colors. And that's what I'm using tonight. In the pictures that I showed, I used this, and this was also an image, and I just flattened it. It came with cut images and being flattened. So I left that in the file in case you guys wanted it. But basically, I just put it in there so there would be something there. And this is for you to stamp your sentiment or whatever it is that you want to put on the outside of the card. And then your base, you can write your message here and actually put your, when you fold it, you'll be putting that on the other side. So I used some patterned cardstocks that are white on the back. And what I did was I cut my card base with my pretty side up, and that way it's white on the inside. This piece doesn't really matter. You can cut it pretty side up or pretty side down on your mat, doesn't matter. You are going to be folding this, and your pattern will be, you're going to see, I know it sounds crazy, this part is going to end up being white, and your pattern is going to be your lines on this. So if you pick a double-sided paper, just remember that part of it's not going to be seen, and I'm going to show you that here in just a minute. And then of course stamp your sentiment and put your little mat there, and then this is just another decorative panel. So let's go over, I've already cut mine and we'll put it together, and I'll show you a couple of little tricks and what I mean about this piece. If you cut it with double-sided paper, it's going to look differently. So, okay. And here is the card that we're putting together. And when you pull, it reveals your message underneath, letting the blinds come up, okay? Now you can put a little arrows up here if you want, or you can tell them just to pull. And this was my mock-up, so I redid that piece because I didn't like that being shown right there. It doesn't hurt anything, it looks just as good, but I wanted to make it like a box so it was covered at the top. So that's what I did on the file that you guys have, and we're about to test that piece. Let me get my, I knew I was looking for that earlier. So, and then when you open it up, like I said, you can have your sentiment written here, you can stamp it, you can stamp your image right here, anything that you want. But this is the piece, and you can see what you see on the card, okay? This is the back side. It's completely white. So if you're using double-sided paper, whatever's on the back is not going to be seen except when your window is raised, if that makes sense. You can see that it's white here, and that's the back of my cardstock, okay? So the card can be just a teeny bit confusing sometimes when you're working on it, but you can refer back to this video anytime and it will, and figure out how to fold it. So the first thing you're going to do, again, this is my card base and I cut it this way, but if you're writing a sentiment on the inside, you'll want to cut your pretty side down so that you can write your sentiment here, okay? That was the other. And then you've got your panel, which is going to glue here. And then you've got your two little panels where you can stamp your window message, which are going to go here. So the first thing you want to do, this is your little window cornice piece, whatever you want to call it, and you're just going to fold it on all the scores away from you, okay? And you're not going to glue anything yet on that. Just fold everything away from you. And then you have the last score line on your card, it's going to cut this way. You're going to fold right there, and that is creating the back of your card, okay? And then you're going to begin folding, and I know I flipped that around. Maybe I shouldn't flip that around so it doesn't confuse you. You're going to valley fold and mountain fold on all of the scores for this card. Basically, you're just going to do it making all your holes line up. So I'm just going to keep fan folding each one of those score lines, almost like your rosette. Well, just like your rosettes, actually. Fan fold it. And I did not use a bone folder on this, guys, because I wanted it to stay stiff. Totally up to you how you want yours. If you want to fold it back the other way as well, you can. Not going to hurt anything. So then you're going to end up with your card just like this, and then fold in your base. This one's basically going to be standing up. This is going to be the top part. As a matter of fact, let me pull this off. This is this piece right here. Okay? I can glue that back in just a minute. I'm just going to leave that here so we can play with it. So then the next thing you want to do is cut a piece of ribbon, and I'm using 1/8 inch. These holes are 1/4 inch. You're going to need some beads or something to tie off, and I tied those off wrong, but I was just in a hurry. It was my mock-up. I'm going to show you guys. But you're going to start with your ribbon, and you're going to thread it through all these holes. And the easy way to do it is just to mash it flat, and from the bottom you're going to put, well, I said you could. There we go. Just going to pull that up. And I hope I remember to do this the right way. Did I do it right? I think I did. If not, we'll redo it. And then you're going to come down. Nope, I didn't do it right. Let me think for a moment. I even confused myself on this, guys. Have you ever done that? Let me look at it and remember how I did it. Goes across. Okay. I think I was right. I might be wrong, but we'll see. Just going to put it through all the holes. I can try that again. Let's see, there we go. And then I'm just going to, I knew I did that backwards. I did do it backwards. I can't believe I just forgot how to do this. Okay. Up, down, around. Across the back. Maybe I shouldn't have glued it down so that I could see. Oh well, we'll get it. Supposed to, there we go. On this side, let's think about it. Push it through, and then you're just going to hold one side down here. Then you're going across the top here, and we're going down through this side. I was making this more difficult than it had to be. Down this side. You just want to leave a little tail right there. Doesn't need much. And then you're going in this hole here at the bottom, across the back, and into that hole. Then you're going back up through. I told you I was making that a lot more difficult than it had to be. And then back down the other side. You only want about 3 inches hanging down from that first one, because this is the side you're going to trim off if you need to trim it. I'm just going to smash it flat to make it easier to thread. This card's about 10 years old, guys, really. So I'm surprised I could even remember halfway how to do it. And then you're just going to kind of tighten it up, not much, just a little. Oops, I pulled the wrong one. There we go. So do you guys need me to show you how to do that one more time since I confused you? You're going to go down from the top and leave 3 inches hanging. Then you're going to take your other end and come across the top and down into the hole, across the back, up from the bottom, and through all your holes again. You guys want me to take it out and show you one more time? Hey, Miss Sue. I know there's a little bit of like a 10-second delay or 5-second delay, something like that. So I'm going to give you guys a moment to answer me. Everybody good? You got it, or you want me to redo? Okay, y'all got it. All right. So once you have that, then you can see, you can pull it and test it. It will pull it up. And when you relax it, it will let it fall back down. So you know if you'll have it right or not. So, and if not, just pull it out and thread it again. Now I'm just going to clean up the edge of my ribbon here. And then this is a bracelet that was broken, and I just kept the pieces out of it. You can use beads, whatever you want to use. I'm just going to pull my ribbon through it, and I'm just going to bring it up a little bit high for right now, and I'm going to tie a knot down here in this end. But you can use a bead, whatever you have. Use whatever you have. I'm just going to tie a knot right in the end of it, and then up, and then slide that back down. And that's so your cords don't accidentally pull through. If they're pulling the card, you don't want them to break it. And I'm just going to trim the end of this one off here. And I used, guys, you can see how much extra I have. It's probably, about 8 inches, and I cut it at around 36, 38 inches. I guess I better put them on the same way. And I'm just going to pull that through until they're right almost even. I'll tie a knot there. And if they're not exactly even, guys, don't worry about that. If it bothers you, you can adjust this way by pulling this up and pulling this one down until you've got it hanging like you want. How easy was that? Of course, I was confusing, but it was really actually easy. And then I'm just going to place my panel on the card and pretend I've already written my sentiment inside. And in case you guys are wondering, I got this on clearance at Joann's. I used the Coral Couture stack, but die cuts with the view. You could probably still find it. It might be discontinued, but I find a lot of times the discontinued stuff can still be found on Amazon and scrapbook.com and things like that. So once you've got that on there, and I should have actually put this on before I did that, so you guys do it the right way and not my way. Put your sentiment knot in before you start doing your card here. So that you can get it on straight and even. That's good. Makes it a lot easier. And then my sentiment that would be stamped. I'm just gonna put that in there. So now my window, when it raises up, reveals my message. And it will loosen up a little bit as you go. Now I'm going to put some glue. I'm not going to get it on that ribbon there. I don't think it will hurt anything if you do. But I am just going to be getting some glue on the back of this. Then I'm going to take this little piece here. Just going to lay it in there. I've already folded it. And then I'm just going to stick those 2 tabs right there at the top. And I want to make sure that it's even in between, because it doesn't fit snug up against the other. You're just gluing these 2 little tabs on there, right at their score lines, or close to their score lines. I got some foil on this cardstock, so it doesn't want to stick as quickly as I want it to. You just want to make sure that it's flush at the top there. See, it keeps popping loose. So, more than one way to skin a cat. I'm going to pop this down on the card. I'm not sticking that top all the way up. I'm just going to put some glue on this tab, and this tab. And then I'm just going to place it in on the card, avoiding the ribbons. And you don't even have to have this piece. I just thought it was cute. Make sure you get it under your window panel. That's the only thing. There we go. Almost like a little box around it. And mine's probably not straight because I got off, but that's okay. Make sure you get yours on straight. There we go. But again, you don't even have to have this piece if you don't want to worry with it. But there you go. That's how you put this card together. Hey, Jamie. Super easy, guys. Yeah, I think I like it enclosed like that too, Sue. I don't have on, there it goes. I needed to get it on a little straighter. That's my issue. I can't see, I don't have my glasses on. That looks better. I'm still off about 1/10 of an inch, but that's okay. But I like it better than being open like this one was. I like it boxed in like an actual cornice. But it does work, guys. Very easy. Does anybody have any questions? Any Design Space questions? Any questions on the card? Any questions on any other projects that you may be doing? You guys don't laugh at me. I told Jamie that I bought an embroidery machine, and it's been sitting in a box staring at me because I felt intimidated. And I'm always telling you guys, don't be intimidated, break it out. I finally did break it out, but it still took me a week to get to it. And I finally did my first embroidery today with a machine. I've done it by hand for years, but yeah, I think that looks more finished too, Patricia. And it gives it that little surprise element where you can put a sentiment or a tag that says happy birthday on this. It gives you something to glue to because you can't really put anything down here. You've got your sentiment under, but if you wanted to pop in something that said happy birthday and then I put sentiment there, it gives you something to embellish. I would probably put a little dot of not art glitter glue, but Nuvo drops on it, just to make it a little cuter. I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss any questions. I can't get my... Oh no, Debbie, I just saw your mom's sick. Aw, I'll pray for her. I'm going to have to put another pin on that. It'll work right now. It needs to be glued. Yeah, taking care of sick people can wear you out too. So take care of yourself as well. Okay, so everybody's good with this card? No questions? Hey, Linda. We were just making our Venetian blind or window blind card, whatever you want to call it. Putting the assembly together on that. Oh, let's see. I got a little puckering, but not bad for my first. I don't know if you guys can see it. But it turned out pretty well. I haven't done any machine adjustments yet or anything like that. All I did was do that and run a couple of stitches just to see how the machine felt. That was it. My sewing machine is before this one. This one is a sewing machine and embroidery machine in one. My machine is, I bought it new in 1991. Yeah, 91. 91 or 92. So it was time for a new one because, well, it was a Sears, but it's a Genome that was made by Sears, and trying to find somebody to service it because my bobbin thread is really giving me a fit on that. Everything I do is looping, and no matter how I adjust my tension, I cleaned it, I did all of that, and nothing worked. So I was stuck. I couldn't sew anything because it just wouldn't sew. The new one, Patricia, is a brother. I got it over at Swing Design. This is the link. It's going to take you to the full quill, but it's the same site. And I got it there because I could make payments. I could do it in 3 payments. So for $120 a month for 3 months, that was a good deal for me. So I didn't have to come off all that cash at one time for one. So I really like them for that. They have a couple of them, and this is the Brother SE600 that I got. Really easy to use. It has all the instructions on threading and all that. I am in the process of changing my office into a studio where I film, and all my supplies are kept in the other room. So I will try to show you guys. I don't know if it will tilt that way. Right there. That's it. But I'm trying to set it up so that you guys can, I won't be so cramped when I'm trying to do projects with you guys. You have the Singer. I looked at that one. I did. You have the 400, Sheila? Yeah, this is my first embroidery machine. Now, I take that back. My old machine, it had embroidery stitches on it, and it was top of the line in its day. I think I gave like $1,200 for it back in 1991. So I mean, it's a great machine, and it was top of the line, all electronic, and it has really done a job. And it still sews good, except when the bobbin decides just all of a sudden to do whatever it wants to do. So, but finding somebody to service it just became a pain. I think I found a place, but it was in Savannah, which is about a 4-hour ride for me. So I just decided I would wait and get something I could use for now. So I'll be playing with it, maybe involving it in some maker projects or something. I haven't decided yet. I was looking at maybe making some totes with the maker, just the small ones, and putting some embroidery on them. So, I have no clue what I am going to do for Monday's live. I am still working on that this weekend, so it's going to be a surprise when you guys see it posted in the rooms. You'll know what we're going to do. If you have suggestions or something you want to see, something you want to do, shoot me a message or an email on Messenger or either april@craftingwithapril.co, and I'll see what I can do. Again, Jamie was the one that asked if I could do this one, so there you go, Miss Jamie. All right, guys, you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I will catch you on the next live on Monday. If you have any project questions or you have any design questions, design space issues, anything, don't hesitate to ask in the groups, and we will help you with that from there. Y'all have a wonderful day. Yes, Debbie, go take care of yourself and your mom. You're welcome. You guys have a great one.